We're gonna do the test on this one. Alien Horizon. It's a pre-release alpha version. There we go. There we are. Okay. The quality, we're gonna boost it up. Maximum. Shadow quality, no. We're gonna put everything on high. Anti-aliasing, I don't think I need that. Blah, 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 blah. Confirm. Alright, so this is a real indie game we're gonna try. We don't know anything about, besides having vaguely seen sort of demo, sort of test online, but just for a little bit. So what is all this? Temperature unit Celsius, yes. Oh, because there is temperature we need to care of. Okay, autosave, game time every 24 hours, whatever. Controls, we're gonna see that probably in game. Let's try. I am not hearing any sounds. So, that was just me who didn't put the thing properly. So, tutorial. Recommended for new player. Okay. Then again, I think it's probably gonna be pretty straightforward. So, so you have to retype the new colony. So, let's do that. Let's do the tutorial then, whatever. See what it is about. Landing tutorial. We made it. The landing was rough, but the ship managed to stay in one piece. Volunteers have been woken up from stasis and logistics vehicle have been unpacked. Just a second. Okay, folks. So let's see how that goes. Selection Windows tutorial. So what just happened? Ship port fuel tank. Ship port fuel tanks. Does that even mean something? I can left click to rename. Okay, yeah, I think it will be better. So fuel tanks for the engines. They contain liquid hydrogen and heat and oxygen, but all got depleted during the descent burn. They have insufficient capacity for getting back into orbit, and they can still be used to store gases. Okay, so we have oxygen, hydrogen. So, what do we have here? Back to the tutorial. Section window tutorial, structure section window shows properties, blah 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 blah. Each of which has its own section in the window. The most important ones are present in the functionality. Oh my god, what? Whew. Okay, this here to begin with is completely useless and very confusing. We don't need to have somebody explaining us what a window of a window of a window does. We just need leader arrows telling us, hey, in this window you can find that. This is what I need. I don't need like a big story confusing me to begin with. If a structure has no component of a certain category, the type is disabled. So is he talking about that? You see, I'm already confused. I don't even know like what tab are you talking about. Functioning category tab. What are you talking about? Each section has an information button we can click on to learn about it. So let's click on the storage, store resources. Logistic vehicles will automatically take resources from them when they are needed elsewhere and bring them in if there is an excess somewhere else. So our logistic vehicles are sort of automated to deal with the resources back and forth. This storage can only store one type of resource at a time. It needs to be manually configured for a specific resource to store, and it can store either hydrogen or oxygen. Why does he say that the storage can only store one at a time, since he definitely like have two different things to store? Like, what the hell? Okay, that already is confusing. I think. Oh, so we can modify. Okay, so there were two tanks, a big tank of oxygen, a big tank, and two small tanks of hydrogen, and we could switch them for storing other gases, for example, ethylene on this one, and that brings it down. Okay. Oh, funny enough, That changes the size of the tank. Okay, whatever. We made it. The landing was rough, but the ship managed to stay in one piece. Volunteers have been woken up from stasis. We already saw that. Control tutorial WASD. Blah 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 blah. If we ever get lost, we can center camera on the ship with home. 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 What do you call home? What do you call home? Do I have a home button? Because I never use a home button. I don't even know what home is supposed to be. We can also rotate the camera using the middle mouse button or with E and Q. Cool. If we ever get confused, we can reset camera orientation using end. Okay. Why we? Why we? Are you confused? Like you created the game and you're confused? Not we. You don't need to put we. Like you is fine. You can just say you or the player, whatever. We should take a look at our current situation in the status bar at the top of the screen. Yes, of course. And then consider the objective guide in the left part of the screen. Yes, okay, so the objectives are here. I would have put the objective on top, to be honest, because that's what it usually is. It's easier to remember. Oh, hey, click about your quest thing on the top of the panel, but whatever. Objectives should guide our progression, telling us to the recommended order at which we should do things. Whatever. Dashed line represents recommended prerequisites, while full one are strict requirements. We also pin objective. We can also pin objective. What? A dash line are okay. Recommended prerequisite. Okay. So you can build it without having that, but it's recommended to have the living space expansion before going for the expanded life support. I will look at that closer to understand why. But I find that to be way excessive. Like, why do you need to set up such a weird tree? I mean, I understand you want to sort of guide the player going for that, but you could also just not put the arrows and just indicate in each category what are the requisites to have the research. And as for the others, you could have a counselor just pinging you, being like, hey, by the way, have you thought about doing the power security before doing your energy security? It would be a good idea. Making this big fat tree of weird arrows everywhere, it's not that nice. It doesn't look nice. So, for my opinion, this is a bad idea. Once we've inspected options, we should take a look at them. But yeah, seriously, I'm not gonna, like, okay, this is a tech tree, very interesting and blah blah blah, but to be honest, it's more like something I want to go and have a look at the moment where I'm asking myself, hey, we just finished the previous technology, or for whatever reason our research is done, what's next? Like, what do we have available? Or the technologies are being requested through the storyline of the survival, basically, of those guys going out. So, for me, this tech tree is like, this is not a good mojo. It's a bad idea to do this this way. We should take a look at our current situation. Yeah, we already wrote that. Same stuff, like if I start clicking on what you actually tell me to do, I should not have the message, like the message should go. So, yeah, objectives. So the objective is the tech tree. Weird. It's more than just a tech. Okay, it's more than just tech. Survey deposit of water, build a mine underwater. Okay, no, so those are objectives. Okay, they are not tech per se. The music suddenly went super strong. I don't know what's happening. Weird. Um, we need to build a research lab. I cannot even see the text. Okay. Okay, so those are like a whole set of objectives. Same stuff. Create a storyline is better than just blindly putting all the objective on the player's face and being like, hey, you know what? This is all that you have to do. Maybe because it's on alpha and they are just like presenting the idea of the storyline or something like that. I think that guiding the player through the idea of, oh, the objective is to make it livable and to have the first child, that's like your end game. The music is way too strong on my ear. And goddamn this, okay. Interface. We got some work to do on this game. Yeah, the interface. When you have a panel that goes on top of another panel, the previous panel should like disappear. Like it should not be interacting with the new panel, right? So the music is so strong right now. What's happening? Having the objective panel open and it's all black, and now I cannot even see the menu on top of it. Like, how does that make any sense? And where's the menu right now? The menu is behind the panel I opened previously. Like, what the hell? Okay. That is very, very strange. Like, the interface has a lot of work to be done. Okay. Tutorial, landing, selection window, control, status, objectives. That's it. The game is paused for whatever reason, and you don't explain anything about the game itself. Your tutorial is to explain the shit interface you created, and you don't actually explain the game. That is definitely the absolute worst tutorial I have ever seen. Okay, so this tutorial, like we are alpha, okay, we are not even on a beta release or whatever stuff. We are basically on looking at the game Raw 3 as it is. So we are talking about interesting graphics, we are talking about a nice empty map, we are talking about a concept, but definitely there is like a lot of work to be done. Now, question is, do I need to go and check the website of the game and check off every discussion that were made on the game or these sort of things in order to be able to even understand what I'm supposed to do? I consider that if you do a alpha release of a game, you should make it so that the player should be able to try it. So, power overlay tutorial. Okay, so basically now I'm gonna have to click on each stuff and hopefully I'm gonna have some explanation about it. This is very not intuitive. This overlay shows how different power grids are connected. Each power grid is a continuous area painted with one color. See the legend in the lower left corner. Green connected and powered, yellow insufficient power, red disconnected from producer, blue producers without consumers. Okay. We can mouse over any grid to see more information. All structures that consume or produce power automatically connect to any grid they are directly adjacent to. Alright. This overlay will be automatically enabled when placing such structure. We can build power line or utility line when we need to connect structure together while allowing colonists and vehicle to pass through. Cool. Again, I don't need to know that shit. I just need to for you to explain, okay, so this structure needs electricity, this is how you put your power line, and then you just put your power line. And you want to explain the power grid legend, okay, put an arrow here and say, oh, by the way, this is how each group indicates if it's connected or not. But like, This is again so confusing. Like so much explanation for something so obvious as just being like, hey, if you connect two buildings together, they're gonna be connected. Life support grid overlay. Let's see what that says. And the game is put on pause every time I click on something. That's at least is good, because apparently there is like a timer of some sort. This overlay shows how different life support grids are connected. So we got energy grids with the legends and life support grids with the legends. Each life support grid is a continuous area painted with one color. See the legend in the lower left. It's the same apparently. Ah, yeah. Instead of power, it's a quantity of supply. Okay. Fine. We can mouse over any grid to see more information. All pressurized structures automatically connect to any grid they are directly adjacent to. This overlay will be automatically enabled when placing such structure. We can build utility lines when we need to connect structures together while allowing colonists and vehicles to pass through. Utility lines also connect power. What? If utility lines connect power, why do you need the freakish power lines then? Okay, this tutorial is confusing me more than the game would confuse me by itself. Trying to explain things that you could just show me make it really weird. Start construction tutorial. Now that we know what to build and where to build it, no, I don't. To be honest, I don't. You should have shown me while explaining instead of just giving me a bunch of text that makes no sense at all to anyone who did not already have to do it. So no, I'm disagreeing. This first phase of the tutorial is a catastrophe. Show things to the player, allow the player to do it himself so that he understands exactly what you're talking about. You take your big fat pile of text, you deconstruct it sentence by sentence, and you apply it to the player having to do things, and that's how you create a tutorial. You don't just give text to people to read and assume that they understood. Now that we know blah, 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 so we can see list of available structures in the build menu after clicking on the build button. Okay, cool. So let's see that. Okay. So that's only the construction. Like, what is all that demolish structure thing? Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. Okay. You see, you're putting as much importance to the demolition of a structure as you're putting it to the construction of a structure. In every game, I'm sorry, the demolition of a structure is a option, a very small little export of a window where basically you don't want the structure anymore. You click on this to demolish it. You can just very simply put this huge monstrous tab, which is so unneeded, and just put it into a subsidiary of the main construction tab. You go into B for building and X if you want for demolition, knowing that the X is a sub of the B, because this is the build phase. So you can build and destroy. That goes together, from my opinion. This putting the construction in such a small tab, and first of all, the objective should be up. The construction should definitely be like into a normal whatever tab that you do when you like here, like not the overlays, but like the construction part should be done. And then the construction is much more important, so much more important. And you're putting the demolish like as a entire tab, diminishing the importance of the build tab, and this is kind of weird. Okay, so now we have this, and we have a shit ton of stuff, and he wants me to click on power. No, I am already on power. So if I click on power, what do I have? Solar array, wind turbine, energy storage. Okay, but did you ask me to do anything? I mean, this is here. Oh, and this is really annoying. I'm just trying to click here. Show global resources. Okay. Global resources tutorial. This is a list of all resources currently stored in our colony. Cool. I believe that this tab should remain open all the time. We can click on any resource cycle through storage space where it's stored. We can also sort them into categories if we want to. Okay, so having a quick access to each of the resource and automatically showing on the thing, I hope at least that it automatically shows on the map where the thing is stored or this, that is okay. That's a good thing. That's definitely very convenient. I think this is like something you use all the time. I would just keep it open. So what is he asking for? He's asking me to do the first objectives, I believe, and that would be these probably. Build 10 solar array and 3 wind turbines. Okay. I can do that, yeah. So I do have a whole bunch of resources in the ship right now. And like, are there any specific conditions for these? Or so solar array and cool. It only gives the explanation if I put my thing on it. As you can see, you have this not connected to power. Or is it because I clicked on it? Oh, it's because, okay, another thing. If I click on it, then suddenly I have this stupid tab on top of my mouse, on top of the window, and that is blocking me from reading. This is like the interface has a major problem. Connection legend. So now we have the power grid legend and we have the connection legend that just opened and that was not explained. So structure placement tutorial. Now we can place a structure blueprint. Okay. We should pay attention to placement ghost color. Red cannot be placed. Yellow can be placed, but there are issues. And green or clear. What issues? Like having to flatten the thing or whatever. We should avoid placing structure in area with color patches of the map, as these can contain valuable resources. Is that a color patch? Is that a color patch? No, this is layouts. Is the white a color patch? Or is it just to be cute? Because definitely, so we have stuff here. Here we have rocks. Okay, that's clear. Yellow, yellow, red seems to be special, but then is white something as well? We got some red here. What else do we have? We can see the entire part of the map. I don't know if this is the entire map or if it's just the first part. We got some red and we got some yellow and we got some white around the ship, but I'm wondering why. So it basically just tells me not to put anything on the... I'm gonna put it around here then. And it wants me to put 10 of them. Not connected to power, yeah, I assumed. So I can't do a line, I can't pull a line of things. Let's put 10 of them like this. How does that look like? It's a yeah, it's a solar panel fields basically. Do they automatically create a line if I connect them to the ship? Oh, I cannot connect them to the ship. We place the structure where it won't be connected to the ship power grid. We can use power line or utility line to connect it. Yeah, exactly. It's why do we have two different lines to connect power? Once a structure blueprint is placed, and like what did I consume? Each grid use 4 solar panel, 2 something, which I cannot know because I cannot just see aluminium. So wait, Is it possible to just look like this? Ah, okay, it's possible to look like this. Wow. Okay, so you have to place your mouse here and then to go on this part so that you can still see what's written. If you touch anything else, it changes the window or it closes the window. This is not good Mojo. This is not good interface, man. Allow people to just click on it, open the freaking window, and let the window open for as long as the person does not click on something else. Produce up to 50 kilowatts from the sun. Requires power. Required power. What do you mean required power? Minimum and maximum power required by this structure. Okay, it does not require any power, does not require any employee. Cost 4 solar panels, 2 aluminium, 1 electric cable. Fine. Currently 10 in colony, can be built 50 times with current resources. Interesting. So I like this part that basically tell you that with the resource you have in your cargo or in any of your storage, you can currently build that amount. That's actually pretty cool. That's a pretty cool feature, having done this calculations system. So, what else does it say? We can start placing blueprints by right-clicking, and then select the highlighted logistic office for more information. We can stop placing blueprints by right-clicking and then select the highlighted logistic office for more information. Highlighted logistic office. What in the fuck? Are you talking about this? Like the fact this object requires our attention. We should select it. Is that what? This is... Oh, okay, dude. Okay, sure. That's what you meant. So makeshift logistic office. Okay, and now we have a whole bunch of different things. Focus on structure. Deselect. Toggle information. So each... Oh, wow. Okay. Why does this one close this? Why this provide additional info? Like, weird. This is useless. Take it out. That's the name of the thing. Just leave the name of the thing. Enable structure, suspend structure. Pause the main function while keeping it ready to resume. Okay. That's the logistic place. Do you want to suspend this logistic space? Weird. Connections are preserved, but maintenance is still required. Oh, there are mechanics of the game we need to figure out, like this maintenance of existing structures that you can pause or unpause, or I don't know what. Disable structure, disable all functions, including connections. By connections, I hope you're just talking about the logistic, the power grid thing and the project thing. No maintenance is required because the structure is disabled. Okay, I sort of see where you're going with that. Weird, but why not? Require power and require life support connectors. So it needs both connectors. Productivity 100% does not need. Sorry. Power connector and life support connector, I suppose that means it connects to both or it needs both. Required power 0. So it's horizontal. You have to read it horizontal. Productivity 100%. Logistic office. So what are we talking about? Again, look at that. The entire, first of all, a page of text I don't want to read, and it's on top of the other windows, making it unreadable. And these windows, like, how am I supposed to close this window? This is my freaking objective. This is like the very first thing you open as soon as you start the game. And now I'm clicking on this, and if I toggle the help, it's overlaying each other. Like, no. That is, like, give me the... the opportunity to at least read stuff. At least you can move the windows. I just discovered that. Okay, you can move the windows. Cool. But still, this is so unnecessary. So much unnecessary shit here that you can do so much better by simplifying it. Logistics office, control and send out driverless logistic vehicle to automatically carry resources where they are needed. This is the very first thing you should have said to begin with the entire tutorial. You don't even need any of the rest that you explained before. You should just say that. It's automatic, it's gonna carry your resource where you want it, no problem, that's cool. Construction site, factory, storage, blah blah blah. Cool. You could even leave that in the freaking title here of the logistic office. You don't need to have sites buttons and you don't need so much text. And all this yellow and white and yellow and white and yellow and white pretending that those are important words. You have so many of them. Half your text is yellow. Like, what the fuck? That doesn't work. So we can specify what type of logistic vehicle this office should control by clicking on the vehicle slot. And there are like so many. If there are unassigned vehicle of that type, they will be automatically assigned. If not, packed vehicle from storage will be transported here, unpacked, and I don't need to know all of this shit before starting to play. I need to start to play. I haven't even started doing anything besides putting some fucking blueprint here, and you're already like giving me an unbearable amount of information which I don't even need to know. Explaining that when the moment comes, and like that's not the moment. I'm sorry. I still don't even know what I'm supposed to do. What the hell am I supposed to do? Workplace maintenance, construction. Okay, cool. Functionality, cool. Can I just unpause the thing? No, nothing's happening. So I'm supposed to put a line, right? Don't you want me to put a line? And to connect the shit? Is it not the idea here? Vehicle can recharge here when needed. So it has a charging station for the vehicle, and I have a surveyor. Unassigned vehicle surveyor. Okay, whatever. Cool. So now I have read your shit ton of text, which really did nothing, and I still don't know what I'm supposed to do, because ultimately this is a tutorial that does not tell you how to play. It just tells you a whole bunch of information. Oh look, I don't even have to do anything. The guys are actually going and building the stuff, but it's not connected, is it? So we are having a whole bunch of vehicles going out. That's cute. That's actually pretty cute. Coming out, and what happens? They just drive through and the thing pops. What's happening to the... the cargo disappeared. So they are placing cargos. Interest. Oh, and now we have some doodles. Okay, doodles who came out, and they are going under the ship. I wonder what... Okay. Cool, no problem. I think you should have maybe made like a visible door here, just to allow the vehicle to get in. Okay, so now we have a construction tutorial coming out. This is a very strange tutorial, I can tell you that. Construction tutorial. Construction workers have arrived at the construction site. Yes, well, there were also trucks who did their thing, but you didn't say anything about that. They will build the structure over time. Progress is updated every hour. Whatever, I'm not sure to understand that. We can see the number of idle and total construction workers in the rightmost part of the status bar. This one? I got 12 of them, and they are all outside building my shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pair of guys outside building my stuff. Okay. See construction office for more information. My solar array is already beeping, so I'm just gonna click the beeping stuff for another page of text. This is a constructed structure. If under construction, logistics vehicle should automatically bring in the necessary resources and construction workers will be sent out to build it. Couldn't you just say that? To begin with. Like immediately. Are they actually building? No, they are. What are they doing exactly? My dear peeps. Oh, they're cute. They look like they're talking to each other, but I think they are supposedly building the structure right now. Are they building? I don't know. Construction progress is updated every hour as long as enough resources and any worker are present. Every hour. Again, what do you mean by every hour? Time of day. It's 9 feet. Like, this is going very, very slow. Am I supposed to wait an hour for the thing to be... Ugh! What just happened? Grids with the consumers. Okay, we got like a big pop-up, a very violent pop-up by the way, telling us, oh, so they are built-ish. Are they not? Yes, they are built. Okay, maybe no, that's the maintenance. I already have the maintenance beeping me, even before the thing was actually constructed. Maintain structure, productivity 100%, malfunctioning structure, and more text. Like, seriously, I'm gonna spend an hour just reading your stupid text. This is not fun. You do not want to do a tutorial like that. This tutorial breaks my brain and is very, very heavy to go through. This needs to be somewhere where I can read. This structure needs to be periodically maintained to function properly. That's obvious, I understand that. It is not done in terms of malfunction or increase blah blah blah. Maintenance requires a percentage of the resource that were used in construction and is performed automatically by construction workers. So that means that if you, like, hopefully you don't have an automated maintenance, because otherwise you basically are going to bleed resources without even realizing it. This structure has a chance to malfunction from time to time. So it even has a percentage of malfunction. I suppose that is related to the maintenance necessity, and so basically you need to remember that your structures are going to have a percentage of malfunction chance going up, and that you need to give them some maintenance to bring that back down, basically. What happens if it malfunctions? A malfunctioned structure cannot work until repaired, which needs resources and construction workers anyway. This will be sent out automatically. Malfunctions at workplaces can also cause injury and even death. Nice. So wait a second, I'd like to understand something here. You're telling me that because I set up that structure needs maintenance, but the maintenance is automated, and if you do not do the maintenance, it malfunctions, but when it malfunctions, it's automated. How exactly does that make any sense? It is performed automatically by construction workers. So, when is it done, this maintenance? Time to next maintenance, 6th season. I don't even get to choose when the maintenance has to be done. And basically, if I understand properly, what the game is telling me is that you build up a structure, that structure has to be maintained with a cycle of maintenance. It's going to suck up your resources. If you fail to have the necessary resources to maintain the structure, then that structure is going to, depending on its percentage of potential malfunction, is going to fuck up. And then you're gonna need even more resources to be able to put that structure back up and running. And all of this is automated, so as soon as you get the resources, the workers are gonna steal them in order to go and repair your structure. So this is a resource management nightmare. Ship cargo and construction. Makeshift construction office and storage area. I hate those names. Like, god damn it. Like, what's with this? Ship logistics. Makeshift logistics office. Like, can't you just ship logistics, ship cargo and construction? I'm happy with those. Like, this is useless. Absolutely useless. Take it out. It's useless. It serves no purpose. Construction office. Colonists working. Oh, what just happened? I clicked on this. I didn't want to click on this. Water life support tutorial. It's even open another tutorial. Like, what the? This module distributes drinking and washing water for the colonists and collect used wastewater. Both types of water are also stored here. Cool. The water is distributed automatically. So the ship serves as a big storage area, if I understand. Or maybe just for the beginning. The water is distributed automatically to any structure connected to the same life support grid. If supplied with enough water, this module can support up to 120 colonists. A similar module for air is present on the port side of the ship. Air, water, construction, logistics. Fuel tank with different names, I don't know why. Engines, habitation, core. Alright, so now we know the ship. Cool. Yet again, see, I have my solar thingies. It just says, oh, agreed with the consumer. Okay, cool. I've done my panels. He wants 3 wind turbines. I'm gonna put three wind turbines, but I believe that the power grids are not even connected yet, and it still hasn't explained to me how to connect them. This is incredible. Like, what the actual fuck? And I already got stuff going down. I don't even know why. So they're all idle, and this is going on. This overlay shows how much wind we can expect in different areas of the map. Okay, I like this. This is nice. This is easy. I click on the freaking wind turbine and it tells me this is how it works. Okay, this is what you should have done from the beginning. And if you can even animate it, it's even better, so that people get to see and understand what it's about. The big fat pile of text, this is not okay. Change that as soon as you can, please. This overlay shows how much winds we can expect in different areas of the map. Dark blue and especially purple areas are good candidates for building wind turbines, while white areas are completely unsuitable. So is that supposed to be okay, good? Or those, because they are on little thingies? Can I put them directly next to the ship? Invalid position. I got here some dark blue. Too close to another wind turbine. Oh, so I need to put some distance. Here, I put just 3 wind turbines. Now they are, yeah, they are on the tip of a little incline of some sorts, and that's why it's a little better. And I suppose that the one I saw before, yes, they have like those little bumps, and that makes the thing for the wind turbine a little better as well, huh? Like if I click on wind turbine again, yeah, I got some dark blue here. Okay, whatever. So now they are going to build their wind turbines, so I can pass my first objective. Build 1 prefab survey office, survey any deposits. A infrastructure? No. Power lines! They're here. I'm gonna build them. So, power lines connect structures with power. Constant vehicle can pass under. And this is all I need to know. And I'm going to, I believe, connect this to this. Done. And probably I need to connect those as well to the same grid. Like this. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna accelerate because this is of absolute no interest. So they're putting those lines. I suppose they are first constructing the... there we go, we got our 3. Are they built? No, not yet, huh? How much time does it take for them to build those power lines? I am on accelerated here, I'm on the time 3. Okay, now it's done. If I click, productivity 100%, good stuff. Why can't I see... Ah, that's how it works. Okay. Looks to me that we are connecting the different power source on the same line. Yes. This did not work. Why did this not work? The wind turbine does not connect to a power line? Ah, it did work. It did work. For some reason this one doesn't do anything. I hear some banging and some... So is it still... Ah, there we go. Objective complete. Power security. We now have a more sustainable long-term source of power. Turn off reactor tutorial. Now that we have renewable power, we should turn off our ship's reactor to save fuel. See the reactor. I was not even aware of the fact that the ship... Oh, that just appeared, right? Grid production 2090 kilowatt. Grid consumption 80 kilowatt. Grid stored energy 5000 kilowatt. Turn off reactor tutorial. The reactor provides large amount of power to the colony, but its fuel is limited, and it's going to take a long time before we can make more. We can turn off the reactor by clicking on the O, like yeah, the famous disable, suspend, whatever. If we run into power problem in the future, we can still turn it off again. Cool. Workplace. It puts a little disabled sign, okay. The structure requires workers to operate. I was not aware of that. We can see this workplace work slot and colonists working in them. Can you? Huh? What? Huh? Did it change when I turn it off? It absolutely did not change when I turn it off. What are you talking about? We can see this workspace work slot and colonists working in them. Each work slot is represented by a person's silhouette. But where is it? I am on the workplace. I'm not seeing any work slot at all, anywhere. The third color signifies what qualification a colonist needs in order to work in the slot. Any colonist can work here, any educated colonist can work here, only colonists with engineering qualification can work here. Okay, I'm not against that, but I don't see shit. So I didn't get that part. Again, hope is going down because of course time is running. We just managed to connect some electricity. That's formidable. Took us forever, just because I had to read so much shit before, huh? And that was so absolutely unnecessary. All of this was unnecessary. I did power security. That was my very first objective. Okay, okay. Now I'm gonna do the geosurvey capability here. So maybe I should just read the objectives to start the whole story of the game. Why the reactor provides us with large amount of power? Its fuel reserves are limited. We should switch to renewable power as soon as possible so we can use the reactor for emergencies only. That was the objective. Hope 12 hours. So we gave 12 hours of hope. Expectations increase 1. I don't know what that is because it was not explained. Okay. Right click to pin. Also, yeah, that was pinned already. Geosurvey capabilities. So let's read about this one. And what happens when I click on this? Move down, move up, like I care. Okay. Geosurvey capabilities. Our next step should be to start exploiting local resources. But before we do that, we need to find them first. A survey office can send out special vehicles to survey our surroundings. It doesn't need to be built close to any deposit, as the vehicles have relatively long range. That unlocks, of course, a whole bunch of other things. Cool. So, funny enough, when I was into the logistic area, I saw that there was a surveyor vehicle already prepared. So this is kind of funky that now it tells me I need to build it. Let's go back into our build. And what is it here? Resource gathering? Resource gathering is the place. Okay. Prefab survey office, geological survey and exploitation office. Control 1 surveyor vehicle. Oh, it's a radar thing. It's like a radar thing. Okay, I'm gonna put it next. There is a red thing here. Is there a red thing all the time? There is a red thing all the time. What is the red thing about? Foot entrance exits. Ah, can I? How exactly do I rotate? I press R and T to rotate. Oh. Okay. So, foot entrance, vehicle entrance. Gonna put the foot entrance toward the ship then. Makes sense to me. And the vehicle to go out like this. Utility line tutorial. We place the structure where it won't be connected to the ship's life support grid. We can use utility line to connect it. They will also connect power. I don't need it because I have power lines right here, which I already placed. Makes no sense to create a utility lines that already connects power when you need power lines to do it. Unless, of course, you explain to me that, oh yes, no, but you know, the power line costs nothing and the utility line costs a lot more. Alright, makes sense. Whatever. This for me is yeah. Okay, let's place it. Looks like a big pipe. And we can continue it in that direction if necessary. Can I rotate it? Or is it supposed to be like that? Necessary. No, he wants to connect twice to the ship. Okay, let's just do it like this. There we go. Build me this, and let's see what happens next. So far, tutorial-wise, I have the feeling that the order of things have not been done properly. Explaining to me the whole grid system and I don't know what, before even allowing me to place something or to understand how the objectives work, and why can I not see the detail of the objective when I have the objective right here? Why can't I just put my mouse on top of it and see the detail and the real storyline, instead of having this, once again, big pile of text? Like the developer must be a book addict because he likes to read shit all the time. Players are not necessary. That for me is a big negative. Plus, in terms of survey, like sorry, in terms of tutorial, you want to see and understand and play while learning, right? So when you do a tutorial, you usually start the campaign, and then you do the first mission of the campaign. And the first mission of the campaign is going to describe the various mechanics of the game, allowing you to go further into the campaign with all the mechanics in head. Here, we haven't even started doing anything, and we are already an hour into the game. I know I've been bitching a lot about it, but we are an hour into the game and we haven't done anything yet. Excuse me? What the hell? And yet another problem. Pressure and temperature tutorial. Okay, next step. The newly constructed building needs to be pressurized and heated before it can start hiring workers. This should happen automatically after a few hours if it is connected to a life support grid. Cool. If it's automated, why should I even care? So right now it's telling me, oh, this is not either surveyor, okay, and this is done through low temperature. So it's not even working because it has low temperature, and I have to wait like an idiot before it just starts working. Like, survey offices can send survey vehicle to area marked for survey and sectors marked for exploration, whatever. We can designate these areas using the button in the upper left part of the screen. Okay, so you want to explain this. You want to explain this. Fine, let's explain this. Again, you open a freaking window on top of the other window. Like, this is so annoying. This is so annoying. And what with all the text, dude? What with all the text? Each survey office has a maximum number of vehicles it can control, represented by vehicle slot and assigned surveyor. It has one. It doesn't have 5. It does not have 10. Like, why do I even need to know that there is one? We can set whether this survey office should focus on surveying or exploring. If there are no area marked for the desired focus, it will still perform the other one. Sure. So basically what you're telling me is that I can focus the survey in a specific place, otherwise it just does his fucking job. I don't need you to tell me that. Oh god. So, survey, survey office focus. There was some sort of patch here. So if I click here, no? Doesn't work. Survey. Send surveyor to exploration first. Exploration. Send surveyor to survey first. Okay, and what should I do? Click to select. Go here. No? Now that the survey office is constructed, we can start surveying blah blah blah. Areas that color patches are likely to contain deposits. I mean, there is a huge patch here. I don't know what that is. Different type of deposits have different colors. The window to the left allows us to add or remove points to survey. It's over now. Fine. Do I need to click here to... You must be kidding me. Tell me what that is, and then tell me what that is, and then you tell me what that is. Okay? Closest. So this is my surveyor vehicle. That's very cute. That is very cute. So now you're here, and you're gonna tell me what the heck that is. Surveying coordinates, blah blah blah. I got a percentage here. Is that the percentage of... It's not advancing. Nothing's happening. Nothing's happening. Is it because it's too cold and it still doesn't want to work? Like, do I still have to wait for these to not be cold so it starts working? I don't get it. I don't get it. Okay, it stopped. Wake up, colonists. The newly finished structure is going to need workers. Like this cold thing, it's just a delay to any structure to start working. And while it could potentially make some sort of sense role playing wise, that the structure needs to be pressurized and warmed up, and I don't know what. Game wise, it makes zero sense, and it brings absolutely nothing besides frustration because you wait like an idiot for the thing to start working. I don't see the point. If you make it something that guys have to go into the structure and start building up some sort of compressor, heater, or I don't know what, and so you see them working in the structure, and until they finish working, the structure is not done and not good for use, basically, then fine. But you know it because the guys are working on it. Here, I just have a sign saying like, oh, low temperature. So you just send your truck over there, but your truck is not going to do anything because this is not working. And you don't know why. That doesn't work for me. That is very, 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 very dumb. That's a very poorly thought game mechanic. This whole idea of a structure having to be functional and the guy being able to come in, like first of all, I didn't even see somebody go in to go into his truck and to go here. And then if somebody did come in and go into his truck and come here, then he is not into the structure. So who the fuck care that the structure is cold or warm or whatever, considering the fact that the dude is into his little surveyor truck and he's doing his little job of serving in this area. He's not even in the structure. So who cares that the structure is functional or not, since the guy is not even in? So even roleplay wise, what just happened here made absolutely zero sense. That is something that needs to be rethought completely. That's potentially an interesting game mechanic to put these as important factors for a structure to work. But first of all, temperature and stuff, I don't even see them on the main interface of the structure. They should be here. They should be right there, saying, oh, the temperature is this much and this is too cold or too warm, or I don't know what. You could actually even play with the temperature being like, oh, this temperature is too warm, and this is a research center that has a lot of computers. The computer is going to cease working, or they're going to malfunction and explode, or I don't know what. You could do a lot of things using that if you really wanted to. But you don't. Workplace. We have a structure that has a workplace with actual people, not like in here. So now we have morning 2 geology workers, and apparently they are. So we were supposed to know what sort of kind of person that was. They had to have the geology skill, apparently. Does that mean that at some point I'm gonna have like a tab or something explaining to me like all of my colonists and what they do and I don't know what? So the newly finished structure is going to need workers to operate. It has its workers. Some should reassign themselves on their own from the construction office. But that means we need more workers for the construction office. See the ship core. Huh? So here the guys are not yellow. And if I remember, it was white, yellow, red. So you need like a red guy. A red guy is a specialized engineer. A yellow is someone with specific skills. And white is just about anyone. Is it? Everything is blinking here. Wake up. What's select colonists to wake up from stasis. Oh, so we got. Okay, now I understand something. We have 1,458 colonists in stasis, and I can wake them up. They are kept in stasis here. We can click on the wake up button whenever we want to revive some in order to increase the population. That must probably be an important game mechanic here, where you have to control the overall population, what they do, and these sort of things. We have a limited number of colonists in status. Yeah, but it's a reasonable high number. We also have a little bit of medicine in storage, but I don't understand exactly what that means. The game is still ongoing, so I'm going to pause the game. Yes? Pause? Yeah? I'm not entirely sure what 0.96 means, because it's less than 1. Why would you have less than 1 medicine? So this is something that needs understanding. So energy storage next to the power to the reactor. The reactor told me that I had this 5,000 in storage or something. Or it was in the explanation. No, it was in the tutorial. Okay. So the energy is stored here. Grid production, grid consumption. Oh, interesting. So we are already consuming more than we are producing. Grid stored energy. So we're going to pump from our storage. How come? We are producing 90k. Is it nighttime? That's the idea? Is it nighttime right now? How do I know if we are day or night? Time of the day, 4 in the morning, so probably it's nighttime. So the solar panels are doing nothing, and the windmills, the wind turbine, are producing a little bit, 30k out of 75. I don't know why they are not producing more than 30, but okay, so they are all producing 30 out of 75, and we need 105, so those 3 gives us 90 at the end. So this is pretty much what happened. In that case, what I'm gonna do is immediately go and put a 4th wind turbine. Wind speed 25%. Maybe that's the reason why. Here it was what? It doesn't say. 24%, 24%, 24%. What about those here? I had like some pretty nice spots. 25%. So it's not that incredible. My wind turbine now only turning at 25% anyway on the blue. So let's put it here next to the other one, and with a power line here to connect it, so that I have enough energy and I'm not pumping on my resources. This is still not doing anything. So prefab, survey, productivity, morning. So are we in that time? That's why this workplace cannot work on this shift. Could I have the time of the shifts? Yes. 6 to 14, 14 to 22, and 22 to 6. So this was the whole idea. And I cannot turn it on. Okay. Injury rate 0.5%. Okay, whatever. So I have to wait nighttime to pass in order for me to survey something. Okay. Yeah, as you can see, the utility line is actually connected to the power line as well. So that's a good addition. At least they didn't forget that. I don't see the point in putting more than one connector. I understand that the idea is that it connects, it's like exa, and so it connects to each X that's next to it automatically with putting a real line. But like, if I put lines all around it, then it has 6 different connections, which makes no sense. It's a building, only one connection. Same for here, only one connection, because they are connected to each other. So that creates multiple connector, which is unnecessary. Only one connector would be fine. You could add more connectors by clicking on the same stuff and adding another connector. That would be maybe nice. I like how it is here, for example, where it connects only from one side to the other side. But here already, where we have like this junction stuff, or here definitely, like this one should connect only directly, or is it because I want here? Maybe it's because I want here. Weird. If I had gone here, it would have just took. Okay, whatever. The double connections makes, yeah, they don't really make any sense, especially here, for example. That should be an option left to the player to choose how many connector he needs. Let's say that, for example, on this tile I have my connector, and I got two buildings, one here and one here, and each building needs to be connected to the grid. So I put one connector here, put another connector there. That could be a game mechanic. You don't have to automatize it, for example. I like the shadow provided on the turbine, which implies that our light source is over there. This is our sun rising over there. That's very cute, very cute. I actually like it. The shadows are very well made. I like it. Animated shadows, very nice. So the lighting is pretty cool. We are having a little bit of a sunrise right now, which is nice. The cubic, I mean, triangle, more than cubic, the triangle stuff to shape the whole map, sort of. I wonder if it's really necessary, because like, while it does give some sort of a vibe, especially in this area, it gives a little bit of a vibe, right? But this is a little bit what developers or coders get to go through. They're working on their little polygons, like. But here, for example, where we have a little bit of a ridge, it looks bad. It looks shady. It looks like blurry. You don't really understand that it's because it's a change of level, and when you just look at it, it's a little confusing to the eye. It's almost a little blurry to the eye. So for as much as it sort of works here, because we have like those small like bumps with a little bit of shadow created by the light source and stuff, which I appreciate. I like the shadow created by the light source properly and stuff like that. And the rocks are actually nicer, and they actually have their structure and everything. But here, look how it looks just like a blur, undefined. So that doesn't really work for me. This doesn't really work for me. It's blurry. It's not very nice, especially when you spend so much time and effort in designing a nice, cute little looking ship, and that nice ship is looking good, and then you put this next to it. And for as much as this or this, I'm sort of okay with that. This, I'm really not. It doesn't work for me. Now, is my surveyor doing something? Yes, it's finally doing something. We are at 50%. It is very slow. This game is very slow. Maybe the reason why I have time 5 speed. Or the guy went for lunch or something, like he doesn't care anymore. Like, oh, okay, weird. Okay, so we don't have like a rolling percentage, we just have 0, 50, 100. Fine, whatever. I would have preferred having a normal percentage from 0 to 100 with all the digits. And let's see what happens now. No, it's gonna do that. Okay. Objective complete. Yes. Geosurvey capabilities. We have found resource deposits. So it was a resource, I suppose, proving that there are usable minerals and ores on this planet. Once we find another prefab and surveyor vehicle, we will be able to build another survey office to speed up the process. What do you mean by once we find another prefab? Colonists are aware of objectives, and every time one is completed, their hope will last longer. Oh, it does. I'm up to 23 minutes now. Hope increases their morale, which helps with maintaining high productivity. A pin is displaying how long hope lasts. However, they also expect that their lives are actually going to improve. Their expectation will rise. The objective screen contains the progress of higher expectation. This one? No. The objective screen, so we are back to this one. This low expectation 10. What does 10 mean? Current level of low expectation. Currently morale is increased by this number. What does 10 mean? Means nothing. Here on the objective we have an expectations increase, and we have 10, and it says progress 2 out of 20. What? Progress toward increase of expectations. Feels by completing objectives. So we start at 10 and we gain 2 thanks to those +1 and +1. We are 2 at 20, and then once we reach 20 we're gonna progress our expectation. Once filled, low expectations bonus will decrease. What is our low expectation bonus? Connie's morale is increased by this number. Weird. Weird. Very, very weird. Okay. Let's do exploration intro. I'm gonna pin it. Explore a sector. Fine. I'm gonna bring the next row and look into it. We can just stay in our little corner of the planet forever. Exploring sectors around us will give us more of an insight about our situation and reveal more survey opportunities. Fine. So we are a little bit like in this other game, which name is Surviving Mars? Is it Surviving Mars, where you have to survey the map around you, progress in a progressive manner? Okay, okay, I gave him several surveys. I wanted to check on those. And then can I send him to exploration next? Oh, there is an exploration tab. There we go. There is an exploration tab. Oh my god, that's very small. Now that we have found deposits to exploit, we can focus our effort on exploring. Area with question marks around the edge of the map are explorable sectors. Click on any to add it to the queue. If a survey office is operational, survey vehicle is available, it will be sent there. So if I'm not mistaken, I can just click on this, and since my office has the survey priority, it should first finish the survey, and then once I've finished those 2 surveys, go and do the exploration, if I'm not mistaken. Resource deposit overlay. What do we have here? Oh, look at that. Oh, that's good. Oh no, you must be kidding me. Are you telling me that I need to survey every single bits of this? This is insane. This overlay shows surveyed deposits. We can mouse over them to see the type of deposits. Amount of useful resource left, and the grade, which determines how much of the mining cycle will be the useful resource. The rest will be stone. Oh, okay, why not? This is water. This is water, and we got, okay, a nice amount of water. Okay, so all of this is water, the white around us. And what do we have here? Sulfur. That sounds like something I need. Sulfur, okay. All right, that's probably iron then, or something like that. Cool. And so we have those things popping here. Can I yeah, okay, I can discard them. So those are basically the notifications of the game. What does he want? Living space expansion. Build a bunkhouse. I can do that. I actually have a pretty nice area here that's not gonna be used, which can be expanded around here. So we could definitely start by putting something here. Let's go into the construction. A bunkhouse. Mega quality housing for 32 individuals or 4 families. 4 families of 8 people. I'm sorry, but most families are not 8 people anymore. Alright, alright. Needs powers, employees, and a whole bunch of resources. My god. If we go back into our resources, okay, that's why we have so many of those things. Some of them are actually unique here. Prefab concrete plant. Well, those are furnace. Plant again, plant again. Unusable waste. Polyester, carbon dioxide, insulation. What do we need for this housing, the bunkhouse? We need a lot of things. We need 80 concrete, 70 steel, 15 aluminium. Okay, so electric device and this sort of things. I got a few. I actually don't have so many, and maybe that's why, because this is getting complex. It is the reason why the devs gave us this. Can be built 3 times with current resources. Now I'd be curious to know why 3 times. Is it the concrete that's limiting us? Is it the steel? We have a... Oh, the concrete. We only have 280 concrete, so concrete is definitely gonna be a resource very limiting at the beginning. Thank you. The concrete is the limiting factor. Actually, I just saw it right now. We actually have, under the necessary amount, we have the amount in storage. So we have the plumbing for 20, etc, etc. Oh, question, do we need plumbing for the infrastructure for the utility 9? No, we need pipes. We have plenty of it. We could construct 88. Sorry, only 59 because of this amount of pipes. Okay. Interesting, interesting. So, does the bunkhouse need the utility pipe? I believe it does. I'm just gonna go forward and build one. So, that's how it looks, okay. Looks cute, looks cute. I'm gonna put it here. In border of the oh, what about here? So you can connect it quicker. And people enter from here, from the side. So I'm gonna need an utility line started here. There we go. Now we are up and running. So the deposit of sulfur. 8 deposits. Oh, and we got 6 because, like, okay. So the way you place the survey thing matters. So the deposit of water was the first part of the water security. And we got what here? Iron ore. Big surprise. Okay, so we got some iron as well. Maybe that will also be related to another objective. Now our leader guy has left to explore. Still has a lot of energy, so that's no trouble. Produce 80 concretes. Sorry, 40, I don't know how to read. Mine 14 sulfur and etc. So build a mine on the sulfur deposits. We have a nice big one here. How refining? Prefab concrete plants. Produce concrete from stone and sulfur. That will make sense for me to place that Oh, I have actually. That's one of the thing I actually had in the ship. So I'm going to bring it in between to make sense, like this. Mining, holy moly! We cannot bring so many of those because look at how much this consumes. Mining drill tutorial. While mining drills do require life support, like all other structures that needs worker to operate, they are unique by having their own internal life support. Which means they can operate without being connected by utility line. Okay. This allows them to function even far from the main colony. However, they still benefit from a connection. Because without it, our tankers have to constantly supply them with the necessary resources. I understand. A power connection is still necessary. So a power connection is necessary, and oxygen and other things are required. Ah. So is it really worth not putting... I mean, maybe you don't have enough pipes, so that's why you do it. What about this guy, the prefab? Production recipe tutorial. CO2 plus H2O, and that's gonna get... Okay. Not... Yeah, here. Resource, concrete production, concrete recycling, concrete production. 26 of stone and 14 of sulfur gives us 40 concrete. Fine. New objective, that would be our exploration. Medium-term objective tutorial. We are progressing well through our short-term objectives. We should start thinking about medium-term as well. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness. Okay, so now we have this. We have a lot of objectives, and those objectives are not wired. Those objectives are finding a whole bunch of different ship that contains a whole bunch of different resources. Okay, pretty cool. Self-reliance, concrete, build a concrete plant, produce 640 concrete over 24 hours, steel, etc, 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 etc. Safety, creating reserve, comfort, average. Okay, so there are quite a few things on building a town, ultimately. That's pretty cool. Should have been explained immediately. I find it very strange to just tell us now. First of all, this is still confusing, and I think this should still not be done this way. I love, however, those long-term objectives, such as, hey, by the way, there is a whole fleet of ship you could find on the map for whatever reason. A little bit of backstory would be nice. I suppose this is, again, pre-alpha, so I mean pre-release, but yeah, finding the ship could be beneficial, bring us a lot of resource, maybe we even get to find people, and then all of these basically are sort of self-sustained city objectives, like necessities, PVC, polyester, coolants, all of those things, safety as well, goes together. So all the objective into building up a nice sustainable area for our colonists, up to comfort, where they get fulfilled on a certain amount of things, and advancement is basically building up your town. I have 0 colonists in status, so yeah, okay, that's related to how many people are in stasis in your ship. If you manage to build a city where all 1,458 guys are out the ship and living in abundance, you win the game, maybe. Objective complete. Ship discovery. We have found another ship. That's why he told me that. Oh, I got lucky. Like literally the first exploration, found a ship. It contains valuable resources which will help us develop our colony further. We should continue looking for other ones. So we are going to scavenge. Oh, it's not even that far. Oh my god, yes. We are going to scavenge the other ship and not care at all if there are people alive. Cargo ships carry valuable resources we need to for our colony to expand. Whenever we find one, we should take a look at what resources it carries, especially vehicle and prefabs. Yeah, and we can use them. Oh wow, a lot of them. Look at that. Lots of prefabs. I like it. We can transfer resources from a cargo ship to our colony by selecting the resource, using the transfer button. Before we do so, though, we should make sure we have enough storage space. Storage space? What do you mean? What do you mean by storage space? If I take a prefab, how is that going to cargo ships? Ooh, colony, no, colony, cargo, wait, cargo ship? Is that the cargo ship? Oh, wait, so now the ships are appearing here. Oh, how interesting. How interesting. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. I got lucky with the exploration. Did the surveyor go to explore automatically or not? It says everything was automatic. Is it automated? No. Idle surveyor. It's not automated. If I do exploration, what happens? Nothing. This is focus. Okay, well, it's gonna be your focus for now, exploration, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna ask you to explore here, 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 here. Alright. Things are going. So, what we wanted to do, however, was the mine, and then I'm gonna stop here for this game at the moment. Maybe I'll get back into it, but I have a feeling that there are a lot of other things to go through. I suppose once you have gone through this entire monstrous tutorial where they explain, they wrote half a book to explain each possible mechanic of the game, most of which are really unnecessary, by the way. Energy storage. Oh, maybe I should do that at some point. Self-contained autonomous reactor. Then maybe you can enjoy the game at some point. Also, those are only taking one slot. Alright, so we could start with this one. It's a pretty good grade. I can see that there is a entrance to it. Should be like this. Oh, look at this. It looks really good. It's actually a mobile mining system. Can we reuse the same steelmaker furnace prefab? Was that the prefab, the mining reel? I think it was. Was it a prefab? Uses a lot of resources, but are we putting resources or are we just using a prefab? Then it says that it wants power anyway. So if it wants power, I have to bring a power line from there, and I'm gonna try to make it as small as possible because of resource, like this. And the prefab concrete plants needs power and life support, meaning that since I have to bring the life support, I don't need to bring the power because it's gonna be together, right? So utility line, that's gonna cost. Can the utility line pass the power? This is weird. Can the utility line pass the power? Gonna connect it like this. It seems that it does. It actually used the same node because it itself has a power system, right? Maybe it was not necessary for me to pull the line here, since I'm actually... It is not necessary. I'm going to undo that. And from this, I can go and immediately go for the stone. Can I mine stone? I cannot mine stone. So what do I do to get my stone? While rocks can be a good source of stone when large amounts are needed, mining rigs are capable of producing enough for day-to-day operations. As waste product of mining, other resource. Okay, yeah, but I need more stone than I need sulfur. So, what should I do with this? What do I need to mine a stone? Here, mine 26 stone, but that could be related to this. Build one preferred concrete plant, that's the one. So once this thing is built... oh my god, they're so slow. They're so slow. Okay, get going. It's a prefab. That should be super fast. Yeah, the prefab is done. No life support because the piping is not done. Okay. Build a mine on a water deposit. And mine 20 water. Can... I suppose this can mine? Looks like it does. Let's do that. And is the storage gonna be automatically... It should automatically be brought to... Okay, I'm exploring sectors. In the meantime, am I? Yes, okay, I explored those 3 sectors, 4 even. They gave me a bit of resources, like a lot of water here, some stone, but nothing much. Again, nothing much. Then you're gonna continue. I do not see the point for you to not continue exploring. So, this here is being constructed, this here is being connected, and everything is very, very slow. I'm gonna have to wait for the bunkhouse to be built so that I can bring some more people out. I think that's the whole idea. Yeah, I assumed. I'm not gonna read that. That's too much text. That is just too much text. Okay, well, interesting new game. We I'm gonna stop there for now because there are other sources of interest that I would like to explore, and maybe we come back to this Alien Horizon game. It has some very interesting features. It's definitely inspired from other games, such as I think the name was Surviving Mars or something like that. I'm not sure. I'm gonna have to check that. But yeah, it has to be refined. Like there is so much to be done. The game mechanics themselves, like the way things are working, is seems to be sort of functional. It would be nice if the trucks were a little bit more well designed, such as not entering inside of the building like it just did. That for me is really simplistic as it is. I would appreciate to see a little bit of a door for the trucks to get in and out. It's not the end of the world to do that. The modeling is nice. I really like the ideas behind it. It really does look spacey. I love the drill, for example. Look at that drill; it's really nice looking. I wonder if we're gonna see it move and do its job. Is it working right now? 58% productivity. So it is. It's not very productive. It would like to have more. Yes, it's disconnected from my support. It said it didn't need the life support because it was self-sustained. Aha! We got someone in. So we got some lights which says that this is working, but we don't really get anything else. Okay. As for the percentage, it would be nice if the percentage could be a little bit more related to actual, like, production, not just 50%, 0%, 100%. That's a bit too simplistic. Living space expansion, that means that we have done our nice little bunkhouse, very nice. There are some people doing I don't know what here. They went through the wall, okay, fine. And this one's done as well. Dangerously low, that annoys me, this temperature bullshit. The prefab concrete plant is lacking people. Also, I suppose there might be roads or something at some point, because right now they have to walk all the way every time. And I need to figure out this rock situation, how to make it work. Anyway, so yeah, our impression for this at the moment is very unrefined, potentially enjoyable, tutorial to redo completely. The last part of the tutorial was much better than the very first part. So the very first part of the tutorial was unbearable and long. Oh my god, so long. We just spent so much time to do so nothing. And what just happened here? Did I just survey a... Where's my truck? What just happened? That's the sector I just explored. Why? Like, oh, okay, so it appears on the map, but it's, oh my god, that's violent. What is oh, the truck disappears into the void. Okay, interesting. Curious as well, a little bit, but why not? So basically the map is there, you just cannot see it, and it appears progressively as your surveyor finds it. What just happened again? Weird noises. I think that's the mining drill starting. We are mining sulfur, good stuff, and as we can see, we mined a lot, and we had very little stone in return, so I would like to understand, how am I supposed to do for the stone? Why can't I just mine my stone if I want to? invalid position, so I cannot use a mining system for the stone. We need to build a research lab. Okay, whatever. Survival, stone, interim concrete prod. No. Food, shuttle utilization, interim steel production, expanded life support, especially storage, pressure security. No. Extensive mining. No. I do not see anywhere something that relates to the stone. This is confusing. What just happened? We have found a shuttle. Hey, look at that. We found a shuttle. What does this shuttle say? This shuttle says... nothing much. Can we sort of repair it? Do we have an objective to find shuttles and to shuttle utilization? Yes, shuttle discovery. Yeah, we got it. Exploration intro. So that's the follow up on the exploration. All right, I said I'm gonna stop now, but yeah, okay. So there are things. Maybe the shuttle is an interesting tool to use, and we can actually go from one place to another on a much faster pace. What else to be said? Not much, really. I think since I'm so close, it is worth putting a utility line right here. Just putting the power line makes really no sense at all, since ultimately there is someone in, so he needs both. So I'm going to demolish the power line. And resources are running out. Really? No. Is the resource not being brought to the ship? Do I need something to bring the resource to the ship? Oh, chemical industry. Water security. We have secured water. Okay, it was just not brought. The first of the basic resource we need to survive. Alright. What was the objective exactly? Water security. I needed to bring the 20 waters, or at least to mine them. Alright. Alrighty, so there are some interesting things. Oh, I found another ship. Yeah, look at this one. That's a big mama. Yeah, we got some stuff in there. Okay, cool. A lot of PVC especially. Nice, nice, nice. And how far is this? It's a year farther. Okay, it's a year farther. So we have a whole bunch of shuttles who have been sent to crash on Mars or something like that. It's pretty cool. I like the landing side, I mean the crash side sort of. I don't know why this one is reversed, but okay, whatever. And we're gonna build up a city around here thanks to that. Okay, that looks good. Alright, so that's it for Alien Horizon. See you next time.